Welcome to this, our second episode of the St Mark's Starling Point Q&A, and this is a question sent in by someone from our one of our members, and it's this very interesting question too. The question is whether the state, in its authority over temporal matters, has authority over spiritual matters, and thus the church and the spiritual practice of congregation in person of parishioners on church grounds. And of course, this is relevant because at the moment, the state is telling us, the church, it's forcing us to close. The government has said, St Mark's, you must not meet. And that's been decreed by both the federal and the state government. And that's a big deal, right? They've said we cannot meet. Now, in some circumstances, I totally agree that with the question that the church should continue to meet whether the state says it should meet or not. That is, the state has no authority to tell us not to meet as God's people. We are compelled to meet as God's people. That's what we are to do, and we must obey God rather than men, as the Apostle Peter says. It's not for us to obey human authorities instead of divine authorities. However, in this particular circumstance, you can see there's a very good reason for the government telling us not to meet. The government is telling us to not meet for our safety and the safety of the community. It's not only, in fact, for our safety that we're not meeting, it's in order to stop the disease of COVID-19 spreading, because there are people who won't meet, that if we were to meet, would be potentially affected by it. So there's a very good reason for us to obey the state in this particular crisis, and to not meet, to close our doors. So I think it's a good principle to highlight here that it's not for the state to tell us not to meet at one level, but here I think there's very good reasons for us to obey the government, and in fact our diocesan authorities are agreeing with them. So thank you for that question. Look forward to the next one.